left off. Oh, we were about to start a big main mission. That's right. And I paused because I was like, wait, I don't want to get started with this main mission. But I do notice we have a side mission. So let's do the side mission and then we'll do the main mission. It'll be a good like warm up. Who needs help? There we go. JB question mark? JB question mark. What's question mark JB? Thank you for the follows, by the way. Yes, do all the side missions. Exactly.
Help us, I beg you.
Help you with what?
Because apparently they get better the more we like
in the golden stables.
go on.
They're waving their swords around. I think they're gonna kill someone. When I saw what was happening, I slipped out the back. I should have stayed, but oh, please help them.
Of course.
All right. I'll see to your problem.
Thank you.
How many were there?
I was out of the door too fast to count. They looked a nasty bunch, though. Be careful in there, all right?
Okay, cool stuff. You were saying he was right about something. Yes, yeah. So he was right in that last stream I had. The camera was much smaller than it normally is, but it's still messed up. I'd copied over the correct camera settings from before, but it obviously wasn't correct because the sign was cut off, and so I need to spend more time figuring it out. But point being, JB's comment was correct. And I think this size is good now, but let me know if it's too small.
All Martha's hiding back here is coppers. Oh, that's a fine sword, friend. Heavy though, I expect. What say we relieve you of it?
Torgal! The bravery that some of these people have, frankly.
Don't let them get away. You know what?
Uninvited guest. That's great. Listen, we just started gaming session, milady. You're at an 8. I'm gonna need you at like a 4. An 8 for what? Neuroses? That's the trick. I always stay at an 8. Good night, EDG. Have a good day at work tomorrow. Thank you for being here. I finished the game last week. Side missions are boring at first, but get better because they provide more background for side characters. That's what a lot of people have said. And I normally do all side missions when I play games.
The golden stables.
People will think twice about pushing us around again, thanks to you. We're lucky you were nearby. No good cowards wouldn't have dared set foot in the place if I'd been here, of course.
But you weren't. I thought you told me you had someone watching the place.
The Blood Axes keep an eye on the tavern, yeah. When they're not busy keeping the peace,
oh, the NPC.
I've spread them as thin as they'll go. The Empire might be in charge, but that don't mean they care to keep us safe. If it weren't for the Blood Axes and me, merchants won't come near these lands for fear of what might happen to them.
I see. Then you do Rosaria a great service.
Just as you did today. You're a useful man to have around. Here.
And there'll be a mug of something tasty waiting for you whenever you next stop by.
Right, we've got work
Good
to
friends
do
to
to
have.
make this place presentable. You best be going before I arm you with a mop.
Why would you? Hang on. How is that fair? I just helped kick horrible people out of your bar, and now you're going to make me clean up? Why? It's two very conflicting personality types here. Little bro, think you leave it alone, Chrysalid. Martha just makes you want to watch Hot Fuzz, to be honest. Wait, why? Is it the same actress and I just don't realize? Otherwise it seems like a very odd connection to make. No, yeah, no look catching them swans and stuff. Okay, when is the part of the game where Sid is the one chained up? Frankly, good question. Not that that's my cup of tea, but we wouldn't want to leave the Sid believers out. Wait, are you hang on, where is it? Are you gonna upload the your did you upload your thing to YouTube? Are you gonna play? Are you thinking about playing or? Wooden bag, welcome in. How's it going? How are you? Yeah, you're a useful man to have around. God, I wish that was me. That is you. How dare you talk poorly of yourself in this house? Fuck out of here. Now you're just being a silly goofy gal. We can't be having that disparaging chat here. That's for me only. Why? I hate it. I don't like fighting. I don't like fighting animals in games like this. But they wanted the heat. They came to me. Sad. Alright, carry on. As we were. I mean, you did clean it up with fire and all that. Do you know what's funny? I thought as I was using my ability in the pub, I was like, God, aren't you happy that this is just all video game logic and things don't actually catch fire like that, like they normally would? Otherwise, the whole place burns down. So you cleared people out, but at what cost? Lovely little sun flare moment, alright. How do you... Okay, question though. How do you guys feel when you see solar flare like that in games? Do you like it?
The soldiers used to speak of a brothel, but that was north of the checkpoint. I hope the dame has friends in the south.
Okay. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Because on the one hand, I go, oh, that's pretty. But then on the other hand, like, if you look at shit with your eyeballs, you don't see that. You only ever see that through a camera. So it kind of like takes you out of the realism of it all a little bit. You know what I mean? Brothel. Oh, baby. You say that, but this is not the first brothel that we've been past. And I have tried to enter one. And they would not let me. Although I'm not sure if there are deluxe baths here, basic. I'm not sure you'd enjoy the game much as a result. Wait, wasn't there a shop nearby? I thought I saw a shop icon. There we go, here. Around. Thank you for the follows. Welcome in, all lovely new people. I'm thrilled you're here. What the fuck? I must be being so stupid. Which one is the here? Okay, sorry. Sorry. Oh, just the accent from the West Country, okay. Yeah, none of this stuff is good. Which, frankly, I'm happy about. What? 50,000 gil for a song?
Come back again.
No, thank you. P.U. Swinging feetsies, you thinking about Java's pen now, basic? Stop! Let the short king live, alright? In peace.
A moment, my lady.
A moment? I doubt you could afford even that much of my time. Branded.
My mistake.
No. Mine. Upon
she saw he was hot.
You don't have the scent of a branded about you.
She saw he was hot. She's walking it back now.
Otto always did know how to please me. More than Sid ever did anyway. Do you think you could please me, Clive?
You're the dame.
Let us leave such impersonal titles to my less preferred clientele. You can call me Isabel. Otto assured me I could trust you. I can trust you, can't I?
You can trust me, yes, but why would you?
Help you? Because that's what we do. Long ago, Sid did me a kindness when no one else would.
But you're not speaking very kindly of him.
I have never forgotten that. Without it, I would not be where I am today. And so, I make it a point to do the same whenever possible. Which brings us here.
Gosh.
To the final obstacle between you and whatever it is you seek in the holy capital.
Okay.
I fear the guards are not likely to let a masterless bearer pass unmolested. Unless...
I volunteer.
Unless.
Pat down.
Unless, of course, his master deigned to appear. Yes, that will do nicely. But...
Is she his master in return? Is that how she's presenting? GDMP, welcome in. Yeah, it's ridiculous to add lens errors into rendered graphics, and they do it all the time as well, all the time. And I agree. I'm like, you're trying to get us to believe that we're in this realm and playing this character. Why are you adding the lens error? Come on. Hey, I know. With the horny chat's all horny. There's no saving it.
Tut tut.
I'm leading the train.
People thinking I tolerate disobedience from my brand.
She's having too much fun with
The men
this.
who gave me this are no more my masters than you are. But it's not as if I can hide
It's
it.
about role playing.
From the moment you
Clive.
acquired it, that brand has done naught but take. But today, it is going to give you exactly what you want. Just play along.
I know this sounds so silly.
Madame, back
But-
to the Vale already?
Sometimes.
But of course, we must make ready to welcome you, my
Hang
dear.
on. I'll put a pin in it.
And who might this be?
Why, my new escort. The streets aren't safe for a girl, what with all the royalists about.
Well, don't work him too hard.
Well, that rather depends on you now, doesn't it? I'll see you all at sunset.
It kind of bothers me sometimes.
Oi, hold up.
She's my master. We don't need to go through this whole song and dance. Come on.
Another fucking branded. Well, you're lucky you're with the dame. Now get out of my sight, filth.
It kind of bothers me in like games or movies, TV shows, whatever, when they are set in like ye olden times and the clothes are like these really vibrant
It
colors
wasn't so bad.
that you wouldn't be able to naturally get that
Wasn't so
color.
bad.
Do you know what I
They might
mean?
have recognized me.
But they did.
It's a small gripe,
And even if they had,
but I feel the
they
need to
wouldn't
voice
have done
it.
anything about it. The gentlemen of the garrison are some of my best customers. We have an arrangement, as do you and I. Now, if you'd care to follow me, we can speak more at the Vale.
Okay. Java to do this after streams, not the fucking dusting
Doesn't
blinds,
seem
dude.
like I
I'll
have
never
much
live
of a
that down.
choice.
Poor Clive, you're not feeling it, are you, mate? Frigacy, welcome in. Long time no see indeed. How have you been? I'm thrilled that you're back. Don't eat the squidge. You're going to handcuff him. Frankly, it's shocking that that didn't happen at this point. It's not for lack of wanting on her end.
I suppose you'll need a little something to remember me by.
And I suppose I'll need to get my coin purse.
Don't mind me as you were. You never played Final Fantasy. This is my first Final Fantasy game. I'm absolutely loving it. I would highly recommend. Don't count it out. Like the teal ain't no way. Yeah, it's just like so vibrant, so artificial. Like it's just not happening. This is giving like
And if anyone requests her company,
little
tell
girl
them she's
doll. You know what I
feeling
mean?
unwell.
It's not that I don't like to have fun
What
with
hell?
colors. I'm just like, you know.
look stunning.
As do you, my dear.
Shall I have one of the girls draw a bath?
Oh,
That won't be necessary.
oh, sorry. No deluxe baths. We got close.
Clive, my darling. Welcome to the Vale.
You're lucky I don't turn. Yeah, exactly. And burn the whole place down. Everyone in this game is on heat. Yes. And I didn't realize this was the case. I thought it was like memeing, but apparently the game devs were required to watch. Someone said it was the first full season of Game of Thrones. Again, I didn't think that they meant that literally, but apparently they did. And assuming that it's true that they did, it makes sense. It checks out. Job can see past the children turning into firebirds. Yeah, but historically inaccurate color palette is where she draws a line. Yes, it has to be. What is it that Walt Disney used to call it? The plausible impossible. If you're going to ask me to buy into the impossible, that people can turn into phoenixes and fire demons and all this stuff, you need to make the rest of the shit plausible. Okay? And the brightly colored outfits, it's just not plausible. It has to be, there has to be a line somewhere in the sand, and god damn it, that's my line.
Thank you for seeing me through the gates, my lady. I am in your debt.
Well, that was
Don't say that. Yeah, god.
And I told you, it's Isabel. Whatever wound you so tight, I wonder. It's certainly not Sid's influence.
You, mentioned a favor.
Oh,
what is it you'd have me do? I don't want to keep my companions waiting.
If you mean Sid and the girl, you needn't worry. They have yet to reach the checkpoint. Yes, Otto asked me to help them as well. But to answer your question, I need you to find someone for me. One of my girls. Tatienne has been gone for several days now, having left no word of explanation. And I've begun to fear the worst.
I feel as if I've spent my whole life searching for people. Though I can't say I'm any good at it.
I trust you'll do your best. Oh, and take this.
Seal obtained. Moon and stars from Isabel. All right.
Proof of that trust. And hopefully enough to keep prying eyes from looking too closely at that handsome face of yours. Now, I have matters to attend to at the Iron Flagon. If you find anything, ask for me there.
Okay, good stuff. So welcome in, lovely. Joining UK summer rain. At least it's cooled down some, huh? I love how it does this grand introduction, but the building is completely non-functional. Yeah, ridiculous. What? We've got more side missions. Let's go do side missions. I know, ridiculous. Also,
I haven't seen you around the Vale of late.
Mm.
Oh, don't tell me you've grown tired of us.
It's not that. The garrisons are being called back to the capital. We're to join the legions.
Frankly, eavesdropping is quite... Some of them do have quite interesting conversations. Others, not so much. What the hell euphemism did you just use, CM? Oh, end away. I've never heard that. Oh, okay. I do surprisingly have quite a shockingly hard time navigating these areas sometimes. Like, how do I get to that person on the bridge? From over here, I suppose? No. Oh, well, they're not on the bridge, so... Or they... No. Oh, I see. Okay. Well, let's do this one first.
Sergeant's got it in for us two. Where's your commanding officer branded? Don't you know the training grounds are for real soldiers?
I'm
Hey,
a
you lost or
real
something?
soldier.
Sorry, but the Imperial Guard's got no use for your kind. The infantry always needs more bodies, though.
I'm just passing through.
I don't bloody believe it. The bastard's wearing the moon and stars.
That'll be why he's strutting about like he owns the place.
The Dane laughed when we offered her our protection. You reckon this prick's really worth a couple of the Emperor's finest?
I dare say there's ways of finding out.
The lip syncing is driving me crazy.
Care to show us how you earned that brooch?
I'd rather not.
Oh, no doubt. Only chivalrous souls that we are, Robin and I need to know the dame's being properly looked after.
She's being properly looked after.
Fine.
Oh dear.
If it'll put your mind at ease.
Oh, and just so you know,
Iron Flagon sounds like
be
acceptable
on that.
sister pub to the crusty hag.
I
Red.
suggest you
Write
don't
that down.
either. Take a moment to get ready if you
Imagine
need it.
tapping the top.
Wouldn't want
Oh,
you
should bring up the
lying
map,
about
Muse.
a
You're
fair
smart.
fight.
Thank you. Oh.
Let's get the measure of you, shall we?
I'm not sheltered. It's not a historical color palette, but the side missions I can't get past. I'm sure they didn't have so many side quests in medieval times. Frankly,
What do you want?
in medieval times, it would have to have been like all side quests. How else are you going to keep yourself entertained?
Let's be having you.
You'd have to be side questing IRL with people, because you'd have to be outside of your house. What else are you going to do with your time? So I can get behind the side missions.
Oh, and when you go crying to your mistress, tell her it was Leon who gave you the pounder.
This is not the Clive versus Leon mashup that I wanted to see. Feels bad, man. Hitless.
Fuck me.
What the hell are you
too
playing
right.
at, Leon? So it's a real challenge he wants,
All
is
right.
it? Fine.
Give him the old 1-2, razzle dazzle. Looked after,
Sword up,
indeed.
bearer. Let's have some fun,
Basic
shall we?
CU. Yeah, all right. You're lucky that I did that too early. I blew my load too early. Incredible.
It's over. You got potential. I'll give you that.
You've got potential, mate. I'm tossing you about. Men. This game's brilliantly camp. Oh, it's amazing with all the double entendres and innuendos. I love that they are so shameless in it, and I mean that in the best way possible.
Gregor's gas. The bastard didn't even break a sweat.
The dame's man or no, he's still a branded. Best hope the sergeant never hears about this.
Yeah, not after the bollocking he gave us for missing drills. Might be the old sod had a point.
I'll leave you to it.
Yeah, good bloody riddance. At least we know the dame's in safe hands, I suppose.
Yes,
Do us
yes,
a
yes,
favour.
yes.
If you have to tell the dame about this, tell her we got a good few hits in, eh?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Reckon these two want to be handcuffed as well. I know. And then it just completely devolves into something else. Everything's horny, everything's sexy all the time. There's no limit to it.
Heard the bones fell favourably. To the Vale, then, is it? What do you think? Nothing like a quick tumble on another man.
Thank you for the follows. Welcome in, lovely people. Thank you, thank you. I'm thrilled that you're here.
I don't know how a bearer came by the moon and
Oh,
stars.
get over it. Everyone needs to get over it. I'm so tired of it.
Can I trust you to be discreet?
Yes.
About what?
About this. About what I wish to ask of you. About the fact that I, a humble creature, assist the Dame of the Vale in her endeavours. As unlikely as it may seem, there are those within the upper echelons of Samberquois society who find the Empire's treatment of bearers to be barbaric.
Yeah, as they should.
All right. But what do you want from me?
This town is carried upon the backs of its bearers, and yet many would see their servants starve. Not for the want of coin, simple fare cost little more than a pittance, but to revel in the suffering of others, a simple act of cruelty. Contemptible though it is, my countrymen would sooner cut off their noses to spite their faces than
Great
see
phrase.
their bearers fed. And despite my best attempts at secrecy, my efforts to dole out comestibles have been noticed. Which brings me to my request. The brand upon your cheek affords you a certain freedom. A freedom I could sorely use.
Not sure I'm
Fine.
understanding.
What do you need me to do?
Oh, thank you. An extra meal may not seem like much, but it will make all the difference. Here, deliver these, but keep them hidden. Quickly now.
Post haste. Red, that's because you're secure. You
What
know.
food I can provide goes where the
We
need
love
is
to see
greatest.
it.
And today that happens to be the barracks. 3 bearers, overworked and underfed, not permitted a moment's rest.
It's no wonder so many die before their time.
Tragic, true, but do not let anger make you careless. People will view this act of mercy as an undermining of the Empire's authority. Be discreet for both our sakes, and for the sake of those we feed. Oh, and when you're finished, a word in the ear of one of the Dame's girls would be appreciated.
You won't be staying then?
I'm afraid not. I am expected back in the capital, and have already risked much speaking with you this long.
Okay. The beating was totally consensual, yeah. Some accurate British voice acting. Not too shabby, not too shabby. Thank you, guys, by the way, for the hydrate. Oh. Hey, Jarv, you still looking for a next game? Stranger of Paradise. When does it come out? Do you know? Welcome in, Father Skies. I'm always looking for a next game to play. Always.
From the Chamberlain. Thank you. You need to leave. Now. Please.
Branded! Who told you to rest? Stoke those damn flames!
Oh my god. It's just relentless,
you,
mate.
If you've got a message for me, out with it. If not, return to your post.
We fight. Or not. Okay. It's out already. Sort in Steam sale. Oh, so it must have been out for a bit then, right? It's not new. Yeah, we're doing side missions. I promise this is I don't actually think there's another side mission to do after this. But assuming that there is another one to do, we're not going to do it. We'll carry on with the main story.
Are you waiting for it to heal on its own? Hurry up!
Oh my gosh.
Looks
Again.
Like now's not the time.
Oh, okay. Again, there's something that I love. Oh, there is another side mission to do. There's something I both love and hate about how heavy-handed some of this stuff is. You know, I'm kind of like.
You look like you need a rest.
Released April 6, 2023. So it didn't get that much attention then.
Thank you. I don't eat it here, though. Not where anyone might see. Has it always been this bad? Oh, it was worse before the Chamberlain. I'd be dead without him. Me and many others. That's something at least.
It's strange because Clive always seems to like not entirely understand the plight of his fellow bearers. But he is also a bearer. So what's going on?
Enough! Curse you! Get away from me! You'll work faster next time if you know what's good for you!
It's like, God, these people are horrible to the bearers all the time.
Yeah. It looks like you need it.
I will note there is a point of no return coming soon. Ah, Muse.
The Chamberlain must have sent you.
Perfect. Backseat Gaming. Thank you for saying that.
Far from over.
Okay, I'll do the other side mission then.
If I don't go now, they'll beat me.
You need to rest.
But I won't. I've wounds to heal and bones to mend.
And what of your own hurts?
They'll wait. As will my hunger. Thank you, though.
God, he's just a shell of a human, huh? I assume not all bearers are powerful, like the one.
has more regard for his cattle than the Empire does its bearers.
Yeah.
Anyway. I better head to the Vale.
I assume not all bearers are powerful, like the one guys were using to wind power and dry laundry. I guess so. I mean, to be fair, Clive. I assume is sort of like in a realm of his own a little bit. Well, yeah. Well, gosh. Yeah. I would think Clive is in a realm of his own. But then he was only branded because of his mum. Because he wasn't branded before. So, but wouldn't he have been treated quite poorly? Because his mom would have wanted to make sure that he was treated quite poorly. But he doesn't seem... He always seems surprised by how poorly other bearers are treated. You know?
All right. Are you here for business or pleasure?
Former bearers union.
Though not my own.
They need to unionize.
The Chamberlain put me to work delivering food.
Ah, so he found someone to help him then. Just as well. I hear his friends back at court have been taking a little too much interest in him of late.
So he really is a Chamberlain.
There was a time when he was the Vale's most illustrious customer. Us girls thought of him as a generous uncle. He was one of the only people round here who seemed bothered by the way the Empire treats its bearers.
Rare for one in his position.
A fact not wasted on the Dame. A little nudge from her is all it took, and he became the patron saint of Northreach's starving masses. My sisters and I may have lost an uncle, but bearers are being fed for a change, so we don't grumble. Much.
Glad to hear it.
Gives you faith, though, doesn't it? To know there are people out there like him. And you, for that matter. It's no wonder the Dame's got a soft spot for you.
I better be going.
He's blushing, dude. I find it unbearable, I'm sure, Peregrine. Unbearable. Alright. Money, 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 money. Blows. Glitch Toyota, welcome in fashionably late. Welcome, welcome. How's your weekend been? Thrilled that you're here.
Excuse me. You there?
Yes.
The gentleman with the sword.
Java's got a soft spot for him too. I wish I could have thought of a very clever sexual innuendo to drop there, but alas,
the moon and stars.
It's failing me.
So you are an associate of the Dame's? Might I trouble you for some assistance? You'll be rewarded, of course.
And who exactly would I be assisting?
Oh, forgive me. I am Etienne, a humble merchant, though fortunate enough to count the Dame among my acquaintances.
He's so heavy-handed.
Beyond these walls, but the guards have grown somewhat suspicious of my comings and goings of late. I was hoping someone might be kind enough to go in my stead. And who better than someone in the employ of the Vale's proprietress? Would you be willing to help a fellow in his hour of need?
Yes, I suppose so.
Why not?
Marvelous. The task is simple enough. Pass through the gate and deliver packages to a few of my most valued clients. There are 3 in total. A grocer, an apothecary, and a distiller. You need only mention that the items you carry are fresh from the master's table.
Nothing dangerous, I hope.
He does that hip.
Why, of course
a lot.
Merely trifles, which folk beyond the checkpoint
frankly,
are
it feels
keen to get their hands on.
It always
And though I cannot prevent you from peeking, I advise that you don't. Strongly advise.
What am I delivering? The want beyond the wall. Yeah, but what the hell am I delivering? He doesn't want me to look at it, and that it's fresh. Can I look? 3 heavy purses. Deliver the package to the tinker, the herbalist, and the liquormonger. Okay. The hip resting thing popping out. I don't know why. Each time he does it, I'm like, no, I don't. That doesn't feel natural. I'm not quite sure that's what the character would actually be doing. Does that make sense? Benny! Benny Raiders, welcome in. I'm so thrilled that you're here. How was your stream, Benny? What did you get up to? Guys, if you're part of my community and you're not following Benny, please give them a follow. We are completely backseat gaming friendly, but obviously no spoilage, please. So yeah, definitely share tips and tricks and all that good stuff.
I warn you now, I don't sell to your kind, whether you have the coin or not. Where's your master anyway?
Grotty country. I just want to give you food or whatever the hell it is.
Had his own bearer.
The fresh purse.
Business must be booming. All right, quickly now, before the guards notice.
Every jounce and jostle of this unexceptional leather sack is accompanied by an eerily melodic tinkling that is likely best ignored. Guys, What the hell is in this bag? It's tinkling. So it's metallic. I don't know what a jounce is either. Jounce and jostle. I would assume it's a word for a kind of movement. Unacceptable. Combine eerily melodic tinkling. Well, like tinkling could be glass, I guess.
That is no burden off my back. And this is for Etienne.
All this for a drink.
Oh, it
Not
must
just
be a
any
glass.
drink. The very best. Specially distilled for my most discerning customers.
So liquor.
The guards find that, they'll seize it before you can blink. You keep it well hidden, all right? If Etienne likes it, tell him there's more where that came from. For a price, of course.
Of course.
Okay, it seems to be liquor. Well, she's the liquor monger. I don't like saying that word, frankly. It just doesn't roll off the tongue that nicely. Let's see what we've got for the herbalist. Playing Diablo again. How are you liking Diablo?
Well, I have business with you. A package. Fresh from the master's table.
I do not know you. Where is the merchant, Etienne?
Somewhere the gate guards won't be paying him or his affairs any mind.
Fine. Hand over the goods and be gone.
Fuck off. Same. Whatever this is, it's the same description. Sugar baby, you're so lovely. Thank you. What's in the box?
Lighter than usual.
Yeah, smuggling something, but I'm not sure
if
what.
I discover you have played me false,
Lighter than
I can
usual,
always
so
take it back.
he normally gets
You
this
would do no
delivered.
such thing. Your master should cut out your insolent tongue. Had you been the tool of any other man, I would see you clapped in chains. Payment. Take it and get out of my sight.
Cigars.
Cigars.
Those cigars are worth more than your life.
So maybe the liquor monger gave me liquor. I have to say, I don't know if anyone else feels this way or if I'm just like so sensitive, but it's starting to really hurt my fucking feelings how rude people are to me, aka Clive, continuously. I'm starting to take it personal. It's like, God, I am horrible. I'm useless.
There's nothing here
I'm a
for your
blight
kind,
on society.
Go on now. Shoot.
Just
I have a
let me
delivery from
deliver the
Etienne.
purse.
Fresh from the master's table.
Playing Rogue at the moment, loving it. Tier 3 dungeon exploring, a bit
Why
stressful.
didn't you say so? Times are hard. But this here'll make them less so.
There's some kind of drugs. I think they're
Sorry
drugs.
about the welcome. Meant nothing by it. You wait right
The
here.
first person to bloody apologise. Thank you for the follows, everyone. Massive welcome in. I feel for Clive. They treat him so badly.
You can tell Etienne I'm a man of my
They
word.
treat him fucking horrendously.
Oriflamme's finest. Just as promised.
They're rather nasty to Clive. Literally almost
cigars
every
and
other
spirits.
combo.
Someone has expensive tastes.
Yeah.
Question is, how can they afford to maintain them?
Well, they don't pay
suppose
for
there's only one way to
labour.
find out.
All that. Yeah, the nasty Clive. Literally almost every other convert. I guess that's why they flirt so much to hide the pain. And frankly, I'm glad there's enough flirting in the game. If I had to listen to just people completely rip me down the whole time, we need a little happiness, huh? A little joy.
Ah, you have returned. I believe these are yours.
Yeah.
Delightful. The dame will be pleased.
You don't
Oh,
say.
Skyrim. It's like weed in Skyrim.
And would she be pleased to learn what you had to exchange for those items?
You mean the crystals? No need to be coy, my
crystals.
Why not just tell me in the first place?
boy. An honest man wears deception like shackles about his ankles. I couldn't risk you stumbling under the gaze of the guards. After all, we both know the punishment for dealing in unsanctioned crystals, even such morsels as I provide. And if you don't know what this day's work may have cost you, then, well, I dare say you'll sleep all the better for it. Despite the risk, our friends beyond the wall gladly give their finest and most treasured wares for the paltry crumbs I trade in.
Paltry crumbs I trade in.
Here.
As scarce as chocobo teeth. Hence the thriving
What the fuck are they
market for
doing with
even
chocobo
the
teeth?
scantest fragments. Do you think it vulgar that I profit from the hardship of others?
Yes.
I think you're doing what you believe is necessary.
Yeah, indeed. And I don't doubt the dame would agree. A reward for a job well done. I have the goods I was commissioned to gather, and the guards are none the wiser. I thank you, as will our mutual friend when she hears of how you have aided me.
I just read Alex's message, which goes, they don't have teeth. Which, of course, they don't have teeth because they have beaks. You're fucking stupid. I was so horrified. I was like, oh my god. Everyone here is so horrible. How could you, what on earth are you ripping out chocobo teeth for? Like what purpose are they serving? And now at least we know chocobo can walk about with their non-teeth teeth in peace, you know. Oh god, that was funny. Thank you, Alec, for doing that. Okay. Veil courtesan.
You wear the dame's brooch. She must trust you.
Yes. Get on with it.
One of your colleagues. A woman by the name of Tatienne.
She's still missing then. Oh, if only I'd comforted her.
You saw her before she disappeared?
The day before. She was in tears. She'd lost her comb. A gift from the dame. It wasn't anything fancy, but you could tell it meant the world to her. You see, Tatienne was an orphan, and she looked upon the dame as a mother. As do we all.
So she was upset.
And I didn't lend her my shoulder. But perhaps someone else did.
She is mega frowning, huh?
Tatienne shared a room. Her chambermaid may have seen something. She's over there, sitting by the pond.
Convenient.
Let's see what her chambermaid can tell us then.
Alright, on we pop. Nah, chair's alright, but job is better by a long way. Thank you, lovely.
So you're the new escort the girls have been talking about?
Yes.
And you've already been sent off on
well,
an errand,
no. I'm not an escort. You're an escort.
You'll be knackered before the real work begins later on tonight.
I'm told you share a bedchamber with Tatienne. Did she say anything to you before?
Before she went missing. Only that she needed to meet with someone. She did mention a name, but I know exactly who she meant.
You do?
Lad from the garrison. Annoying little shit. Spent every guil he earned on Tatienne, and picked fights with anyone else who tried to buy her time. Followed her around like a lost puppy. Tatienne was flattered at first, but it didn't take long for her to get scared. She thought about saying something. But the dame was so proud of her for how much she was bringing in, and she didn't want to let her down.
This man from the garrison. Did you ever see him?
Of course I did. He tried to sneak into our room enough times. Slimy sod's got a scar over one eye. Claims he got it in battle.
Battle?
You've been very helpful.
Don't let him get away with this. Find him, and you'll find her.
Okay.
A man from the garrison. Seems a trip to the barracks is in order.
Yes. We talked about this some before. Other Brits in chat.
I haven't seen you around the Vale.
Would you, do you think that you would say slimy sod? Because is it a sentence, in my mind I go, right, like, is that a sentence that you could say and that makes sense? Yeah. But then also at the same time, I'm like, I just don't think you would organically say that. I don't know if you just call like someone a slimy sod. Like slimy prick, slimy git, slimy sod. And then it's sort of like, okay, who is doing the localization in the English language? You'd say that? A slimy sod? I'd not put the two together. I wouldn't either. Lemons! Welcome in, Lemons. How are you? Slimy sod makes sense to me as an American, at least. So then I'm like... It's always one of those things. And it's not just a Final Fantasy thing. Like, I have this thought a lot when TV shows or movies or whatever do these period pieces where they have a lot of these, like, British-isms. I'm like, who's doing this? And is it believable? I'm not entirely sure it's believable all the time. Beckle, hi, slimy git. I think you'd say slimy git a lot, right? But slimy sod. I don't know. But then again, there are so many different like regions in the UK that have their own.
Does this look like a brothel, Branded? Fuck off.
Hold your tongue.
Aren't these the same fucking people?
The dame's brooch. One word from him and the Vale's doors will be barred to us for good.
There's only one man in the garrison with a dodgy eye. His name's Yannick. I haven't seen him around lately, though.
On account of him being in Moor. Yannick left a few days back. Said he had dealings with a merchant there.
The dame thanks you.
Koji Fox is
the last
American.
village on the road to Oriflamme. I should let Isabel know where I'm headed.
Okay. Cheeky sod. Cheeky sod works. That works for me. 100%. Slimy git almost sounds like a derogatory term. Well, it is. You wouldn't say that about someone.
Clive,
that's not a polite thing to say.
Tell me you bear good tidings.
That remains to be seen.
Oh, Tatienne, you could have told me.
This Yannick. The soldiers I spoke to believe he's in the village of Moor. According to them, he claimed to have some business with a merchant there. Though that wouldn't explain his continued absence.
And you plan on traveling to Moor to ascertain the truth?
Isn't that what you want?
Oh, it is, but I fear sending you there may cause more harm than good. The people of Moor are rather set in their ways. You'll find they have little love for bearers.
Who
and will
does?
not hesitate to report one such as you to the constabulary. There is a man in Moor who owes me a favor. More than one, in fact. His name is Bertrand, and he works at the stables. Tell him I sent you.
I shall return as soon as I find something.
Okay. Repulsor rage? I think so you say it. Welcome in. Sounds like a phrase where one word is supposed to be unintelligible. Yeah, sort of. I think so. Welcome in. How's it going? How's your day or night going? Also, Tomas Magic 8 Ball. Will Clive ever be liked by the other NPCs? Will Clive ever be liked by them? Magic 8 Ball says... Don't count on it. No, that's so sad. That is so sad. Not looking good. Poor Clive. We don't need no stinking NPCs. It's okay, Clive. It's us against the world. More side missions. More side missions. It seems. You liking the game, Job? I've been playing it recently. I'm absolutely loving it. It's one, gorgeous. Two, it's interesting. They've done, I think, pretty well in terms of storytelling.
Oriflamme. How many bearers suffer to keep your granaries full?
In that, it's so... Those birds look a little weird in the distance. It's so intense, so full on at the beginning. You are just... It's a story that's pulling you forward. And while certain things are maybe a bit predictable, a lot of it, at least for me, wasn't that predictable, so I'm really liking it. The game's definitely hit a bit of a lull. which we're now rebounding from a lot. But the lull doesn't bother me or upset me. I think in the end, I still think it's good storytelling because you need like proper pacing. You can't be up like this all the time. It would be relentless. It would be, you would be exhausted. It's a very interesting, very eerie music going on right now. I mean, I don't know, how are you guys liking the playthrough? Those of you that are playing it, how are you liking playing it?
Late for what?
Did they tell you nothing? A wild beast is savaging my boy. Well, don't just stand there gawping. Rescue him.
Yes, Repulse, yeah. He has Jill, yeah, so what else does he need? That's true. That's true. What happened to the other half of the mountain in the background?
They sent me a branded with a spine for a change. He's over that way, towards the coast. Go and see that you kill the beast.
It got the, I am absolutely blanking right now. It got the Gondor treatment. Hey, Peregrine, I have a good rest of your evening.
Someone whose son
hey, Kate, for a while. Did Clive lay down some pipe yet or nah?
Didn't seem all that worried.
No.
Something's not right here.
What's that in the distance?
I need to be careful.
That's whatever that like cliff face is jutting out. Is beautiful.
The wolf! It's going to eat me!
What if I can help it?
Which what's the evil wolf? This? There we go. Rabid wolf.
I'll deal with this.
Frame rate is lower on thing further away. And in fact, someone in YouTube comments did say, "Oh, I'm favoring graphics over frame rate right now." I think I am, but I mean, it's such a beautiful game. I kind of want to favor graphics, and frankly, I'm not feeling at a disadvantage in terms of frame rateness right now, so I may leave it.
No! You weren't supposed to kill Wolfie. You were supposed to die. Father will have you whipped for this. Bearers aren't supposed to win. They never win.
What is this? Your father said you were being attacked.
You're not supposed to talk. Stop looking at me like that. We were only having fun.
Having fun?
Why are you still speaking? Father will hear of this.
Joffrey, this is a totally giving Joffrey right now. GJ, welcome in. The kid even sounded a bit like Joffrey.
The wolf's work, no doubt. But it's not the wolf that's to blame. Someone needs to put an end to this before it happens again.
It's stuff like this that I think the game is doing really well. Where, I don't know, maybe it's my kind of fault because the only sort of interaction I have with, and I want to finish this up before moving on, the only interaction I have with like Square games for the most part is like through Kingdom Hearts, which is very kind of, you know, wholesome, I think is probably the best way to describe it. And so time and time again, I have been floored by the direction that the game goes in. And I don't know if that's maybe because the game's done a good job of lulling you into a false sense of security where you think that wouldn't happen, which I think it's more likely that I just continuously think that the game's not going to go there, and yet it goes there. I think it's genius. I'm absolutely enjoying it. You're not sure if you like it. It's not terrible, but I'm finding it a bit samey. Is it the narrative that's not gripping you, or is it the gameplay loop that's bothering you, Burkle? Spicy Poppy got waterfouled. Everything is Elden Ring. Just awful. How fucking awful is that? Horrendous.
Brandy, come here this instant. How dare you frighten my son? You slaughter his poor pet, and then have the gall to return, head held high.
God, I mean, the kid really does look like Joffrey.
Wolf was trained. Better trained by far than your worthless kind. You are the entertainment, nothing more. And we are most certainly not entertained.
Nor am I. You'll pay for what you've done.
See?
What a good
I told you,
gravelly.
he talks too much. It's not right. I don't like him, Father.
You're not the branded I bought, are you?
Did you?
How dare you deceive me? Well, The sins of the slave are the sins of the master. Go! Summon the unlucky wretch you answer
I
to.
answer to no one. Oh, I'm not going to say the dame. That wretch would be me.
That unlucky wretch would be me. I'm my own master. I'm beholden to no one. And I take orders from no one.
Swooning.
Lies! Do you think I cannot see that brand on your face?
Shut your mouth and listen. Those bearers you killed, they were people. They felt fear and pain, just as you do. And unless you wish to share in their suffering, you would do well to remember we are not your playthings.
Father, he's scaring me.
Good.
How dare you?
To be in the recording booth during this moment.
Dare you?
Can't we just buy another hound? A bigger one, a better one.
Of course, my son. I'll have the villagers fetch us another. With jaws powerful enough to nip this Branded's head clean off his shoulders.
I don't even care if that was the wrong answer and we're going to get in trouble because that little monologue of his was fucking glorious.
I'm wasting my time.
No, you're not.
I can't just leave those bearers lying out there. They deserve a proper
Oh
burial.
God, a
That
sensitive
much I can do, at least.
man. Clive, I love you.
How many bearers have lost their lives to this nobleman's sport?
I noticed it was bothering my eyes. I don't understand why. Graphics at 4K 30 FPS. Oh, is it? Well, I wonder. Let's try it for a second with let's try it with you know what I'm trying to say. And oh, hang on. Gameplay action focused. Oh no, not that. Oh, I'm on yeah, frame rate. So let's try with frame rate on. Oh, they're known for gut punches, GJ. Okay.
All victims of the nobles' games.
Yeah, unfortunately.
You must be Clive.
How do you know?
My name?
The Dame.
Oh my God, Chrysalid in
I'm in
red.
her service, like yourself. Never gets any easier, burying the dead.
Is that what you're here to do?
The mistress has me see to it that none are left to the crows. Since you're here, can you give me a hand?
That's actually why I came here.
Let's put them to rest.
Little bench. I love saying bench. They definitely use Game of Thrones for inspiration. Again, I think it's like super clear that Game of Thrones is meant to be inspiration, but I didn't know if it was like publicly acknowledged by the team or whether it was just like community sort of like meme. Not meme, but like I know and you know and we know and they know, but are we talking about it?
I take it you slew the nobleman's pet?
I did. Now I expect they'll find another soon enough. And when it gets here, more bearers will die.
Horrible.
How can they think so little of sending us to the slaughter?
Simple. Because you are not them. Bearers are tools when they're needed, and toys when they're not.
God, it's
If
horrible.
one breaks, well, you can always buy another. Still, such attitudes don't always go unpunished.
But also, frankly, why would you look at Clive and think that he's...
Is this your doing?
Of course not. Wolves kill. It's in their nature. Invite one into your home, he's gonna tear your throat out eventually. Same with bearers. Fed or not, they don't lack for fangs.
Clive is dressed in
Will
actual
folk
fucking
do when they
armor
bite back, I wonder?
with a massive
The
sword on
realm's
his
nasty
back.
murderous bastards, and I won't
He's
warn
not
you.
wearing like hemp robes like the other ones. Why would they possibly think that Clive is in the same caliber of bearer as the other ones? It's just ridiculous.
Take it. You never know. Our paths may cross again. Till then.
Well, we have to go check on the mauled bodies, obviously. It's our little reward. It's like that TikTok sound. It's like a reward. Okay. All bark. That's a great... They've got really good titles for these side quests and whatnot. But guys, the combat, I'm just finding it very... I'm not sure. I want to like it, but I'm struggling to. It's a great looking game. It's not gripping me. I'm sorry. Oh my god, don't apologize. That's... One, you're so British. That's so British for you. I think that's totally fair. I think the thing that I quite like about it is the combat. Oh, look. 2 bloody hides. Yo. Human hide? That's such a good little Easter egg. I don't know what you want to call that. Because you could obviously just not come back and check that out. You don't have to. Wow, dude. That's awesome. Is there anything else around? It's a shame there's not. You can't actually see. You know, if this were Red Dead, the bodies would be there and all bloodied and stuff. But no, I think the thing that I quite like about the combat, or what I've decided about the combat, is that it's a very low skill, or not very low. It's a low skill floor. I think very seemingly higher skill ceiling, which I like. It's a nice, for me, like a nice break from playing something like Elden Ring, which is, you know, you kind of get good. It's probably akin to how Jill was treated. She was an icon treated like dog shit by her captors. Everyone's treated like dog shit in this place.
I let her out of her pen while I did my chores, but she hasn't come back yet. I think she's lost. Please, can you help me look for her?
It's all a trick. I can certainly try.
I can't promise I'll find her, but I'll try. Describe her to me.
She's beautiful white hair. She lets me stroke her when I'm sad. She's ever such a good girl. So quiet and kind.
I feel like this is...
She likes walking in the wheat. I know the fields are big, but she's never got lost before.
I feel like she's talking about a bearer, like another human that she treats like this.
She hasn't eaten anything since yesterday. It is my job to feed her.
In that case, let's not keep her waiting.
Like, are we looking for a human, an animal?
There's a lot of field to search.
You didn't ask.
With luck, someone might have seen her.
I feel like we know the answer. It's gonna be something horrible and grim, but fastidious farm wife.
You work these fields? I need to ask you something.
A branded. And an outsider at that, judging by the lack of manners. Why should I help you, eh?
Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm helping the little
Because a girl
girl.
from the village asked me to find her pet, Chloe. Have you seen her?
Chloe, is it? Oh, little Lisette's plaything. Last I saw, the filthy creature was sniffing about the windmill.
You just
That girl's
know
old
they're
enough to
talking
know
about a
she should tie her
human.
pet up when she's finished playing with it.
You just know they're talking about a human. You just know it, because that's the same fucking horribleness.
Off with you now. I won't have idle branded underfoot.
Good grief. Clive will do anything for love, but he won't do that. I don't fully know how the song goes, but I think it's sort of like that. Oh!
Chloe?
It's a dog. It's the dog? No, it's not the dog.
More brown than white. You're not Chloe, are you, girl?
Nope.
Is that
Crate.
someone napping on the job? I hope they don't mind the interruption.
Why would it, that person's legs are fucking ashen? They're literally grey. What on earth makes you think that that person's taking a quick little nap? High skill floor, but not really a high skill ceiling. You don't think there's a high skill ceiling? There is certainly a high skill floor in FromSoft games. I mean, for fuck's sake, of course it's not alive. It's not a nap, you doofus, Clive.
The crystal's curse.
Chloe, I was calling you. Didn't you hear me?
What?
Get up now. You've slept long enough. It's time to go home.
God, it's
Chloe? Why did you already turn into a rock? I only made you do a bit of magic. You knew you were my favorite. None of the other Chloes had pretty hair. It could be months before Dad gives me another one. I have to wait until they're too tired to work anymore.
Is that all she was to you? A plaything? Do you really not care that she's dead?
She's not dead. She's a rock.
That? The crystal's curse? That's just how she died. And now she's gone forever. Giving another bearer her name won't change that.
No, don't say that.
It's true. And without that brand, she would have been just another girl. Somebody's daughter. Just like you.
But Dad said bearers don't have parents.
They do. Parents that give them away. Families they'll never see again. But you became Chloe's family when you took her in. Remember that. And remember her.
Yeah, fucking feel terrible, you absolute bitch. That's fucking crazy. We knew that was gonna happen, right? Like, I predicted, oh, I bet it's a person, whatever. And yeah, it's still so horrible. They managed to, even when I could tell that that's gonna happen, it was still fucking horrifying and awful. Leibniz, welcome in. Other Chloe's pog, stop. Yes, Chloe is a human. Absolute shock. I know. Just the camera didn't have an effect on the watchability.
I'm so sorry, Chloe.
Good. I hope she actually feels sorry. I want to come back and check in on that girl, you know? Jesus Christ. See, now it's a shame. I think this is a part of the real shame of it, right? These side missions that we've just done, these last couple of them, genuinely so, I mean, horrible. So interesting. And it's a shame that, like, really up until this point-ish, the side missions have not been that...
as intolerant as Isabel says. It's no wonder the Empire never sent my unit here.
It's a shame that they've not been really that interesting till now. Also, going from the music that plays into the field into this like pleasant little strumming of a guitar is slightly whiplash inducing.
Buy, sell, or be gone.
Oh, for God's sake. Yeah, no, still nothing good. Yeah.
Thanks for nothing.
Chloe went to sleep forever. I can't believe Clive, that was such a himbo move of him to go napping on the job.
Weren't expecting any new branded until the new moon.
Okay.
You don't think he's a deserter, do you?
I don't think there's anything else of note here. No, it doesn't seem it. So let's go and do the main mission. Good old Perpetual, yeah, hold your breath for a little too long. Yeah, so grim, isn't it? It's horrible. This is very serious, but I can't stop looking at his deep V. It's because I pointed it out, right? I mean, he's gorgeous. The sunlight hitting him right now, it's all I could hope for. I think I understood what you said, JB. I think I got it. Little sis went and chewed 2-5, got a stop and turned to stone. Unpopular opinion, I'd turn another stone, Chloe to stone, just have Clive scold me like that again. Now, guys, Basic is now turning Team Clive. We've been ride or die Team Clive since day one. We recognize this. I'm just saying. Clive, pick me. Choose me.
Are you Bertrand? The dame sent me.
Sounds about right. Only time I hear from her is when she wants something. Well, go on then. What is it?
One of her courtesans has gone missing, and I need to find her. A soldier who may have information on her whereabouts is rumored to have come here to meet with a trader.
Many traders stop to peddle their wares on their way to the capital, but only one's been seen quarreling with a soldier.
Is he still here?
The trader? Oh, yeah. Stubborn sod stood his ground till the soldier got tired of shouting, from what I hear.
Shouting?
If you seek him out, keep your head down. Fact is, folks round here would sooner hang a branded than help him. And that's even with the dame's brooch for protection.
Understood.
What do you mean, what about Eddie? We're still with Eddie. That's a different universe. You know, it doesn't matter. That's a little resetto, refresh. I assume the only reason Clive isn't half naked in here is because Jarv can't take correct chrysalid. I wouldn't have him half naked.
What's this?
Come on.
Branded?
You have decorum.
Where's your master? Must I call for the constable?
I come to you from Northreach, at the behest of the Dame. Perhaps you've heard of her.
Why, of course I have. I am the good lady's servant.
Your tune has changed.
What is it that she requires of me?
Rumor has it you were seen arguing with a soldier some few days ago. A soldier with a scar over his eye.
Yes, that's right. He had a comb which he claimed was an antique. Said he wanted to trade it for a newer one. But old though it was, an antique it most certainly was not, as I told him. Nevertheless, he insisted that it was of great value and was quite vehement about my appraisal.
Right.
I stood firm, however, and for all his bluster, he still purchased a new comb. Albeit an expensive one.
And do you know where he went after that?
My customers aren't usually in the habit of telling me whither they are bound, but as it happens, this one did. Yonder ruins, strange as it may sound.
My thanks.
Why would that be strange?
Not at all. I would do anything for the Dame. Anything.
I like his sunspots.
Be sure and tell her, won't you, that I was helpful. I mean, most helpful.
Yeah, alright. Chill. I'm just expanding. Basic. Don't make me have to fight you for Clive, alright? It's what tears great friendships apart. Fucking men. And you know what it is though, right? Think of the shame of it. Wait, let me just check. I don't think there are any more side missions around. There are so many people who don't play side missions. They push forward and do main mission stuff, which, like, that makes sense. I get it. I understand it. I mean, it's not how I play games, but I get and understand it. But they missed out on really interesting little moments of storytelling where you get to know more about the land and the people. I don't know. It's a shame. There's no winning. There's no perfect solution because you wouldn't want... Yeah. You wouldn't want to have all side missions that were boring and didn't sort of bring anything to the game, and yet you're like, guys, I want you to just do all the side missions. I wonder, as a game dev, if you're ever designing a side mission or something, and you're like, no, but this is too good to make a side mission. Oh my gosh. I love Torgal. That's not what I meant to do. Alright.
Keep your distance. That's enough.
It's phenomenal. Why choose? Give me both. You got the right idea. I like the way you're thinking. It shouldn't have to be one or the other. How are you settling into your new place? I am maybe like 75% of the way there. It'll be nice when I can get my bed off the ground.
Bodies. Oh. A man and a woman.
Sorry, I'm a moron. I need to get my bed off the ground. I've got a bed frame coming finally. There are still a bunch of boxes around. I've not got proper curtains yet.
Well, the wolves have been busy. But the blood is long dry.
The comb! Oh, this is her, probably. Thank you for the follows. Welcome in. Thank you, followers. Welcome.
If that's true, then the body next to hers will be Yannick's.
Look
the girl
at
Yannick
you.
went off to sea every night. You said her name was Tatienne.
coming just in the nick of time.
Did you follow me?
No, why would I do that? Unless you think I'd have good reason to. But no. I was sent to find Yannick. By the looks of things, I have.
Well, I did.
We both found who we were searching for.
There you go.
Yeah, he was a jealous sod. Couldn't stand the thought of his woman with someone else. Then one day he sees her with a new comb. Thinks she's got herself a new gallant. Tells the garrison he's going to find the man and kill him. We know it's all talk, but then he disappears off to Moor for some dealings and doesn't come back.
If you mean this comb, it was a gift from the dame.
If only Yannick had bothered to ask, eh? He might not be rotting on a hill.
Damn.
I think he meant to ask us something else. He stole the old comb and bought her a new one in the hope they'd wed.
Wed? Where would they have gone? Certainly not back to Northreach with a dame.
Away from this hellscape,
We
Jesus.
all know what happens to deserters. Tell the dame I'm sorry for her loss. When the lads come to collect Yannick's body, I'll see that Tatienne is delivered to the Vale.
Is that wise?
Oh, there won't be any covering up this mess. The most we can hope for is that the dame doesn't hold it against us. Speaking of which, I saw her in Moor just now. Could you tell her what happened? Might sound better coming from you.
Sure. Yeah, all right. It's sweet of you to ask back. Well, yeah, so just need to do some more settling in and stuff. But it's
I need to tell Isabel.
For sure.
Perhaps the comb will give her something to remember.
Better than my previous place. I'm much, even though there's still like a lot to do in the place, I'm much happier. Yeah. Can't wait till they mod this game and Clive can wear loincloth. Do you think this will ever come out for PC? Where can I enter in? Like here, jump. Yeah. Not Eddie Munster, leave it alone. Job about to put them degenerate mods on Clive. You're lucky that I don't have any remote knowledge of how to mod things.
Of course you could. You are still in one
Massively.
piece, I see. You will be pleased to hear that your companions have arrived. They said they would meet you at a little chapel to the east of here.
About that.
Thank you, but you needn't have come all this way just to tell me. I was on my way to see you.
You found her then?
Yes.
I see. My dear Tatienne. It is by no means uncommon for a client to fall for a courtesan. Especially a client who's young and far from home. But rarely do such tales have happy endings.
I found this with Tatienne. I believe it was yours.
Weathered comb, an old wooden comb gifted Tatienne by Madame Isabel. Several of its teeth appear to have been recently broken.
Thank you for returning it. I shall see that it has a place on her pyre.
That's nice. Okay. The dame completed. Moving is stressful. That combined with uncertainty cannot have been, to conduce good mental well-being. Totally. When I think on top of that, it was also just, it was actually a really miserable place that I used to live in its own way.
Gift. A token of my thanks. The Vale counts among its patrons several high-ranking officers of the Imperial Army. According to one of the looser-tongued gentlemen, it would appear that the legions are planning to march south.
Not to mention the same thing.
I can't bear the hip
But
thing.
did you mention that it was all
It
of the
never
legions?
suits.
This is no mere skirmish. Were I to guess, I'd say the Emperor planned to abandon the capital. But that couldn't possibly be true now, could it? Take care, Clive.
I will. And thank you again.
Okay. Thank you for the follows. Massive welcome in, lovely, lovely people. Is she a wizard? No. Is she a wizard? The laugh. He's so attractive. Righting wrongs, gather at the abandoned chapel. Okay, before I do, is there anything else around here? I don't think so. No. How do I go up? This way? This way.
Weren't expecting any new branding.
I mean, she literally paid to provide a happy ending. Stop saying... Okay. Ben did do the mocap, but like... was it just the face? Did they mocap the body as well? I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not convinced. You don't... There's no... we weren't there. There's no video footage. So, it just... And that's all I have to say on that. We don't, basic. Oh, here we go.
Any trouble on the way?
None worth mentioning.
As I was telling Jill, it's worse than I thought. The capital's crawling with soldiers.
And here I am, the deserter come home.
It's nice seeing Clive's outfit in the sunlight, because it's a really pretty blue. Like a blue-purple colour. Jithay, is that how I say your name? Welcome in! How's the OST or music in this game? It's fucking phenomenal. I want to listen to it on loop, but I know it doesn't come out, like the album doesn't release until like the 19th, I think. It is so good. So good. Are you playing the game yourself? What do you think about the OST? Prissy, very prissy. The pleasure houses of Oriflamme. It's a very, very subtle building. And of course, Clive making himself at home. Sparkling laughter. I wish someone would describe my laughter as sparkling.
Cheer up, you two. Can't think of a safer place in the Empire than a... brothel.
Really? Doesn't seem very private.
I love Jill for that. I feel like Jill doesn't suit her though. Like her name shouldn't be Jill, it should be something else. But that might be because I'm thinking of RE3.
So then,
that Jill is bae. I mean, this Jill is bae. All Jills bae.
After sunset.
Where the shards are loaded for transport. That is one of the most heavily guarded points in all of Sambrek.
But not the most, which is a start. Besides, I know a shortcut straight to the heart.
A shortcut? And how exactly did you come to know about this fatal chink in the Empire's armor?
Let's just say I may have attempted something similar before. And may have ended up running for dear life after being
Jill in the background, bless her.
That's not important.
Sid, if the Mother Crystals truly are the cause of the Blight...
If? You wound me, Jill.
What I'm trying to say is, if the powers that be know all of this, why do they sit idle and allow it to continue?
In case you haven't noticed, the God-fearing people of this realm and their pious leaders care for but one thing, themselves. And they'll do whatever it takes to hold on to power. The rest of us are just a means to an end. The moment you raise your voice against them, you're decried as an outlaw, clapped in irons and slung in a cell to rot.
We know how you treat prisoners, Sid.
Whoever controls the crystals controls the realm. But our kind can wield magic without them. To our rulers, we must seem the most convenient of tools. And the most dangerous.
Not wrong.
But what makes them think they have the right to use us?
Jill, are you living
To
under a
leave us
rock?
to die when our bodies are spent.
Does a nobleman weep for a broken mug? A torn tunic? Our fate means nothing to them. No, this isn't a battle you can win with words. Believe me, I've tried, but nothing ever gets through. The world is simply not ready to listen. So to hell with talking. If they won't give us a say, we'll decide our fates another way. You can't blame a man for wanting to bring an end to all this, can you?
Dearie me.
I can't. But what of all the people you mean to rob of their comforts? Are you happy for them to call you outlaw?
Sid the outlaw. Ah, that'll do me.
You come on, why,
Might at least
Clive? Why even
pretend to
ask?
take this seriously.
He is
Have a
taking it
little
seriously.
faith, Jill. Even if you don't think much of my choice of digs.
They're collecting this from the Game of Thrones playbook. Jill, you don't realise. You really like it. You're what? Oh, nice, Jithay.
Once we're in, there'll be no turning back.
It's so good. It's so good.
The world won't save itself.
Oh, it's so well done. Yeah, Charlie is in Moist or a different Charlie? Not Jane. Not Jane. Yeah, doing cardio. I mean, it is cardio. To be fair, you're not wrong. Oh, wow, then. I wonder who, got the VA credits. Mom, you won't believe it. I'm finally in a video game. That's amazing, sweetie. What are you doing? The sideways tango into a microphone. You've reached... here we go, here we go. This is what Muse was referencing. You've reached a pivotal moment in the story. If you continue, you will not be able to return. Proceed. I think I am okay to proceed. I don't see any side missions available. We've done them all. I don't think I need to stock up on anything, like any potions and whatnot. I probably have ability points to spend, but I can probably spend them during the time. Is there anything else that you think I should do? I think you're good, right? I'm good. Giffy, welcome in. First thing in chat when I arrive is basics, pause, champ, and TOS. I mean, frankly, that's... I mean, what more would you need to know to pop into stream? And thank you all so much for the follows. I am thrilled that you're here. Thank you so much. Okay, I think we're good. Let's do it. There was a Final Fantasy 16 tweet meme I saw last week that I wanted to share, but I decided it was too inappropriate for Discord. Oh, Giffy, you can share it. I mean, yeah, I think you can share it. You've got my blessing. And then mods, if it's really bad, take it down, I guess. I can't imagine it's going to be that bad. Did you upgrade your weapons? They're as upgraded as they can be, I think.
There are not nearly enough men here.
It's fortunate the city guard doesn't take sentry assignment as
Well, let's hope I don't need to upgrade them more. I have the most powerful of everything. I might have just been able to upgrade them more. But I don't think we've seen a blacksmith. I should have gone back to one.
And what exactly is that supposed to mean?
Only that your last secret shortcut was nowhere near as secret as you claimed.
Yeah, but that's half the fun of it. Life's too short for perfect plans.
That's so sad.
They'll keep you on your toes, stop you growing old and complacent.
Worked for you, has it?
Clive, my boy, even life's smallest challenges offer the opportunity to grow and to change.
It's a beautiful outlook to have.
Moments. Allow them to suffuse your heart with a deep sense of fulfillment.
Narrowly escaping death at the hands of an enemy is not my idea of fulfillment.
Something wrong?
Not at all. Just wondering if the two of you had finished.
Right. We make for the Mother Crystal's heart as planned. Destroy it and the whole thing should come tumbling down.
It's quite the plan we've got here.
Then we embrace the moment and use it to grow and change.
We all knew he wasn't going to get a straight answer. Yeah, make the Discord naughty. Oh my god. Not like that. Bloody behave-ish.
Come on.
Within reason. It's also a great time to say, if you're not yet part of the Discord and you that is something that you enjoy, we would love to have you in. Exclamation point, socials, Discord, all that good stuff. And if you would like to see the rest of my playthrough, it is all up on my YouTube. Exclamation point YouTube. I keep on wanting to go off and explore, but I don't think that... Again, I think they want me to stick on... Let's stay on the path. The music is so good.
Let's get this over with.
Me first? Are you first? Me first? Okay, well...
I swear this passage used to be secret.
Of course it did.
Oh, come on.
Keep your distance.
I mean, this is so through and through. I'm trying to think of a Square game that has bad music, you know? I feel like I manage, and again, I'm the one that's doing it. I just don't know how I continuously find myself in positions where I'm locking and unlocking. Thank you. Come on. Let's join the fray, Jill and Sid. Alright, we're off to. Did you upgrade? No. DM it to basic. No, now I want to see it. This way, maybe, I think. Oh, I've not yet turned into, sorry. I've not yet used the, what's it called when I punch in both sticks?
It never stood a chance.
I've not done that this stream yet. Miami, welcome in, lovely, how's it going? Good fun fight. I think the combat is just phenomenal in the game. I like it.
That would be my guess.
But I know it's not for everyone.
There are sentries everywhere.
Limit break, thank you. That's exactly what it is. Thank you, guys. Oh, is he this way? No, sorry.
And all good things must come to an end. We might have a bit more company from now on.
Okay. Alright, come on.
Summon the cannoneer.
Cannoneer. Oh, it's so good. It just feels so good. I wonder, does it make a difference if I'm using the Garuda's attacks versus my Fire Icon's attacks? The Phoenix attacks when I'm using the limit break, or not really?
Stay down.
Limit break is always fire based, so do I get like better charged up powers if I'm using my fire powers when I'm in limit break? Do you know what I mean? This place reminds you of something. What does it remind you of? You don't think it matters? Okay. Cool. It definitely wasn't. If it matters, it wasn't explained that it matters, so I'm gonna hope that it doesn't.
I think this may be the moment I was talking about earlier.
What have we here? More insects come to be squashed? You will find my mortar and I only too happy to oblige.
Give a talker.
Then let's shut him up.
Ah, I love it. Perfectly. No. Perfectly camp. You know what I mean? I love getting the parry off correctly. It feels so good. That feels slightly less good. I made a mistake.
Thank you, Sid. Sick of Torgal.
It is kind of surprising. Yes. Thank you, Jill.
You feel that?
Oh, look at us. All of us fighting together. It's so good. You, Yusuf, welcome in. Are these parries intentional? Yes. What do you mean? As opposed to the parries that I never intended to do.
Sick of Torgal. Not this time.
Ah!
Too slow. Not this time.
Oh, most of your parries by chance. Oh, I see what you're saying. I mean, there's definitely like some of them where I just go, oh, I'm luckily hitting the button at the right point. But like otherwise, I'm timing. The problem is that the parry window is a bit strange. So it's not always, I'm not able to consistently get the parry off, which is why I try to dodge more often than I try to parry. He's gone what? I do like that you build the limit break up much faster than I think I realized that you build it up. Does that make sense? Uh-oh. Yeah. Yeah, the dodge, even though I just messed it up 3 times in a row, the dodge window is a lot more clearer, I think, than the parry window. Okay. I also, it's so funny, I don't understand, like, we'll fight these big, massive whatevers or other, and then also find fighting regular people like this equally as difficult. I mean, it has to be that way, because you can't be fighting big bads all the time, but it does always feel a bit silly. It's like, how is this one dude with a cannon surviving so much? From 3 people, 3 dominants. I'm like that, come on, that shouldn't be happening. Yeah, no string LB parrying a lot easier, which is cool. Yeah. It is nice. I think they open up the windows for a lot of that stuff when you're in limit break, right? It feels it. That was bad. Because Clive is swinging faster. That's actually, honestly, well noticed. But see now, I don't know. I feel like we're going to be in some trouble. So I'm taking a lot of damage, unfortunately. I saw that happen in slow motion. Because I don't know how long this area is that we're going to have to, I don't know, survive for this, you know what I mean? It can get scary. Oh no, honestly I should heal. Also, putting the talismans that Torgal does his own thing has made it so much better. You're learning. Yeah, I have to admit, the parry window's a bit hard to get. Totally. My lord, how in the hell is he carrying that huge cannon around? He doesn't miss the gym. I should be taking gym notes from him.
Akashic or no, he was still a man.
The touch bar should explain Akashic. Akashic. Here we go. Thank you. It's funny. I've tried not to do the touch bar as much because I do hate interrupting cutscenes. And frankly, I feel like I don't need it as much anymore. Whereas in the beginning, I was like, hang on, I'm feeling overwhelmed. But That was a good shout. Akashic. The irreversible change brought about by a living being's overexposure to ether. Creatures are stripped of any intelligence or sense of self they may have once had, and become suffused with life force, usually manifesting as extreme strength and aggression. Flora can also turn, resulting in their twisted overgrowth. Those with ethereal tolerance, however, such as dominance and bearers, are less likely to count Akashic. So he didn't choose to do that, it seems. And I think the rest of this we're pretty good on, but we're here, so we'll read it. Through the people of Elysia rely on crystal mined from these mountains in their everyday lives and flock to the aether-rich lands around them in pursuit of their blessing. Sid posits that it is in fact the mother crystals and their ability to draw aether from the earth that is the reason for the Deadlands' advance. The few who learn the truth are hunted down by those in positions of power, those whose power rests on their control of this crucial resource. Drake's Head. A mother crystal situated... the mountain is the crystal. A mother crystal situated on the Sea of Grace in northern Sambrek. Drake's Head towers over the holy capital of Oriflamme, its mighty form a testament to the power and permanence of the Empire. However, mysterious aether floods and the spectre of the ever-enroaching blight have led some in power to call that permanence into question. Got it.
I drowned in ether.
Thank you all for being here, by the way. Thank you so much for the follows. Welcome in, lovely new people. I'm thrilled that you're here.
Come on.
Guard duty's a death sentence in this place. Not that Sylvester cares.
Let's hope that we find something. Oh wait, well, we're stuck now. I need to find potions.
Breathe deep of the blessing, my friends. You said being a dominant doesn't have its benefits.
Yeah, I was expecting a relatively big crystal, but not how big that thing is. I mean, if you're going to be called a mother crystal, you better be girthy.
Last time, I can tell you that.
Mother size. Yeah, it's a mother for sure.
The ether won't hurt us, but I'd rather not find out what it's done to everyone else.
Okay. The glass mine, steel, silk. Where are the potions? Where are the potions? There we go. A potion. Dearie me. Okay. I should probably know what a lot of this material does, like the steel silk. It must be, it's obviously used for crafting something, and I just don't know what. Okay. Are we making your mama jokes? We have not yet, which is probably, frankly, criminal. We should, though. Would you like to kick it off? That just made me chuckle because my grandmother's nickname was Gert, and I don't know how I feel about it. Is it Gert? Is that like a shortening of her name? Do you know what I mean? Or is that just a random nickname from something else?
They weren't there to keep people out.
They were there to keep the Akashic in.
Okay. We're learning more, learning more. That's like my... Oh, it's short for Gertrude. I'd wondered if it was short for Gertrude. That's like my grandmother's name. One of my grandmother's nicknames was Mima. We called her Mima, which I think is quite a common southern thing. It's not, I don't think it was something unique to us. I think a lot of people from the south call their grandmothers Mima. But I didn't know that, obviously, because none of my other friends' grandmothers were from the south. They were all British. So I was like, oh my gosh, we have this really unique nickname for her. And it's not. Yeah, Red Law unlocked.
Doesn't look that far. Right.
Are you nervous, Sid? Ooh. Because he's heavier? Is that why it was built up like that, maybe?
Some help.
Hold on.
Not this again. He's gonna get a flashback of Gav now, this time, instead of the flashback of Joshua.
Not quite as spry as I used to be.
I'll take that as a thank you.
Look on the bright side, eh? At least you won't get lost.
Yeah, it's common in the south, okay. Sid's a bit girthy. You're foul. Thing is though, like Sid and Clive don't look, they look proportionally quite similar to one another. But that's obviously the yeah, I don't know. Your mother's so classist she thought she could be a Marxist utopia. Oh my god. That's some high art. War Cry. Some opponents will use the ability War Cry to invigorate themselves, enhancing their performance in battle. Look for the that icon and try and defeat them before they can deal too much damage. Jesus. Okay. Who's the captain? Oh my word. I need to upgrade something. Now, where is the other captain? So I go keep an eye out for it, but
It's over. Stay down.
phenomenal. 10 out of 10. What? Something else to add to Sid's weight, perhaps. Stop. What have we done? Lenny. Maybe you fell into the Aether before, and so you think it's like pulling him in? Let's go grab that. Beating up the I know, Leibniz. It's terrible of us, isn't it? Shameful, shameful, really. Yeah, we're just referencing his massive ego. Yes, he does have quite a big head on him. Can't even open a map here. But I don't really need to open a map because it's so linear. Alright. You guys are starting it. You're starting it. I'm just finishing it. Yeah, and your innocent ears. Not the 6-year-old. Hey, the stream in the top corner. Does it continuously give you guys a warning that this is a mature game, or does it only do it the one time? Java is as subtle as Final Fantasy. Sometimes you just need to lay it on thick, you know? Thank you, Life Bin. You've got, you know, if you're gonna do it, you've got to sell it right, you know? If you hover over the video, it has a pop-up, yeah, about mature audience. See, there you go. My conscience is absolved. We're already in a mature category. This is so random. Sorry, this is actually genuinely so random. It's such a hard pivot. But the thought just popped up in my mind. I think that there is a new, and there are people that will know this better than I do, but I think there's a new season of Diablo 4 coming up. And then there was part of me that's like, it could be an interesting time to try Diablo. Would that be of any interest? Do we care? Do we not care? How do we feel? There's no right or wrong answer. I'm polling the people, as it were. Because it was one of those that I was like a bit humming and hawing over, you know? The audience is you specifically, Duffelbag. I, for one, think Diablo is boring to watch. See, that's the thing that I wonder, right? I've never played any of the Diablo games, and I don't know if, and I've not watched a whole bunch of people playing it either, because part of me was like, oh. Part of me was like, do I want to play it myself? I want to play it myself. I don't want it spoiled and blah, blah, blah. But I do wonder if it's one of those games that's not that fun to watch, but much more fun to just play yourself. Oh no! That's unfortunate. Did Clive just like twist, kick, spin into that guy? I think he did, right? Diablo seasons have always been a special event. So that's what I was thinking, right? Because like if you're gonna do it, then it's a good time to do it. I mean, and frankly, I'm just such a whore for a good character creation moment. I was like, do I just want to enjoy this? Do I just want to create a character and then I go, you know what, actually after that, I'm good. I don't have to worry about playing after that. Let me just create my character and then leave. It's not much different from this game. Really? In what way? Again, I have no idea. I've barely seen people play, so it's so fun to do. It's so fun to do. I'm not a huge fan of watching ISO dungeon crawlers. Yeah, that's fair. It does seem like it's better to play than to watch. Ah, the music. Nope, seasons are free. There's a premium battle pass that you can pay. Oh, yeah, if you have to pay or not. There's a great campaign with absolutely stunning cinematics and plenty of side story and stuff in each of the main towns. Would you, because you've obviously played a lot of Diablo 4, and I would think other Diablos, would you say that this Diablo
that wooden door with something a little more sturdy
is quite different from the others, or? Java just living her makeover show dreams exactly. Makeover shows in like early 2000s.
What happened to 2?
Ask 1.
Fantastic dialogue. So campy in like the best way possible.
Once more.
Aye, seeing as you're trying now.
I love their relationship. I think it's so good. The banter is so key, and they like bounce off of each other well.
As if that was going to keep us out.
They're like good foils for one another, you know? Beautiful. We get this back again. The effect of the blue ribbon is so... I mean, the game is just gorgeous. It's so well done. And I do think performance mode actually looks better. Oddly enough. I don't know. Let me know if you guys disagree. If you like your character creation stats aspect, try Pathfinder.
The mother crystal's just up ahead.
Is it? I can't see a thing.
Come closer to me, Jill.
Someone's moved it.
Come to my flame. My typical gameplay for 10 hours. Theory crafting builds. 30 minutes of playing the game. Wow. Check the sword to see if it's better. Check the sword to see if it's better. Oh my gosh, am I... Oh my gosh. I did not even notice I'd picked up a new sword. I'm so sorry. Thank you for saying that. I think I'm still good for the rest of this stuff. I've not changed... To be honest, I've not changed any of my accessories, but I quite like the ones I have. I should probably give something else a go. Let's do this. Summon a massive pillar of fire that burns water. Yeah, so let's learn that. And then I need to equip it, don't I? Yeah, like here. I can get rid of this one, I think. How do I get rid of it? Am I being a moron? Oh, it was in the box. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Also, I know that my lighting has just turned incredibly yellow. I have a lot of natural light that comes into the room, and it is sunset. So the yellow light do be yellowing right now. Okay. Let's get rid of that. No. Remove that. Put that. Great. And then I don't really have that many more points. Oh my god, we have to learn that. For style points alone. Oh my god, it is so yellow in here. I'm so sorry. But just know the sun will set at some point, and then I won't be like this. It's a good contrast for the blue right now.
There's no one about.
I knew it would be big. But this...
There. That's our way into the inner sanctum. You'd think they'd have patched that up by now. Sorry state the Empire's in.
Wait. You don't mean...
Aye. My little game of hide-and-seek with Bahamut ended here. At tragic cost to this remarkable architecture.
Jesus.
Don't blame me, he started it.
But how did you make it out alive?
I walked. You should try it.
Then it'll be all drama, baby. Yeah. Jaundice Java. I'm not gonna muck with it. It'll change. Well, this'll just be a silly, goofy laugh for it right now. The culture, yeah, color correction is gonna be fighting for its life. I know, I've just got to accept that this is what it is, but I hate that this is what it is. I need to get curtains, like proper curtains. They're not here yet. Okay, new ability.
Them again.
I know I should have waited, and I have no idea what the cooldown is for that attack, but I had to use it immediately. If Jaundice Java had a boat, could we call it psoriasis?
Oh, be here in the mines.
Are the two places connected somehow?
You're so mean. You're so mean. That's funny. You look yellow on my PC, but on my TV it looks fine. I guess TV's display's cooler. That's good to know. It's good to know for like color correcting purposes, I guess, if you need to color correct it. You're so... I can't believe the fucking mods pinned that. Look how beautiful this is, though. It's so well done. The game, I'm fucking, yes, red. Eyes to the mother crystal, please. Not my radioactiveness. Okay, the recharge for this does look like it's quite a long time. Or it may recharge quicker if I'm actually fighting. Do that skill every time you can. Oh, 100%. 100%. As soon as that shit is off of cooldown, I'm using it. Even though I think I really should save it because it heals. I'm pretty sure I also get a bit of health from it, but... to be fair, that's kind of what I like about the game, is that for the most part, it doesn't seem like it wants you to like hold back on certain things. Like, no, we give you these things, this part of your like repertoire, use it. Ugh. And I will use it. Oh. Oh, no. Oh, dear. Dodge out? That's bad. I think I'm continuously getting caught in that. It'll just help us more fully appreciate your stream setup lighting when it's all in place. Muse, everyone, I want you to take a page out of Muse's book, alright? That's what the energy that all of us needs to come with. Most of all, me. Too slow, except he is actually ridiculously fast. Yes, the cooldown for that is sizable. Alright. As fairly as expected. I don't want to abuse my mod powers, but when I do, it do be for the meme. We do love the meme. It's worth it. So worth it. It's such a good ability, and I definitely want what looks to be like the wind counterpart, whatever it was. I finally started Jedi Survivor. You played it, right? What did you think? So I didn't finish it. I didn't finish it because I started to play it when... Oh, look, I'm flaming. Why am I flaming?
When I was in the Imperial Army, soldiers assigned to the Glass Gate would tell stories about something they called the Guardian.
Can't say I saw anything like that when I was last here. Then again, I can't say I made it this far.
Let's just be careful then.
I started to play it when it came out. It looks like it's a really interesting story. For me, there were just so many, and it wasn't honest. I feel almost silly saying this because they weren't like game-breaking bugs, and yet it was like really frustrating because it was moments of polish that just like ruined the experience for me. And I was like, no, I'm gonna stop playing this. I'm just like not fun to watch playing this because I'm like flaming for no reason. So let me not play it. And one of these days I may come back to it. I think it's a game that has a lot of potential. I think it's gorgeous. And I'm sure the people that play it now don't experience any of those bugs, which just makes me more mad because like just have waited 2 months then. I don't know, is anyone in chat playing it?
If I had to guess.
From that.
Poor beast. Another victim of the flood.
The flood. Okay. Gatorade! Not you saying this looks like fancy Genshin. How bloody dare you? Wait, are you not playing it yourself then? I don't know why. I kind of had thought that you'd be playing it. But it might not be your cup of tea. Survivor's a lot better now, but it still has some issues. What do you know what sorts of issues they have, out of curiosity? Again, I'm sure it's so much better now than it was, which is what makes me so upset about the whole thing anyway, because it just didn't need to be that way. Okay, that kind of bugged out a little bit. Flaming for no reason is a channel feature. I guess it do be like that. I'm not going to argue that. But I'm not a hater. You know what I mean? I'm really not. Because for the most part, like, I don't want to be mad about video games. We all do this shit because we enjoy it. And also, think of the hours and days and years and months and weeks and whatever that people spend making these games. No one wants for a game to be bad when it comes out. Especially when you're spending all the money on it anyway. I don't want to be hateful. I'm in ad hell. No, I'm so sorry. I didn't finish because it was just buggy. I was just having a bad experience with it. It wasn't, the bugs weren't game-breaking bugs, but I was continuously annoyed by it because I knew that the game could be so much better than it was, and yet it just released and it was unpolished.
Where's he off to now?
So I reckon it's...
Clive, look out!
Wait, look out, where do you want me to go? What do you... How am I supposed to save myself from that? I bet it's a lot better now. There was also some of the combat stuff that I didn't love. I thought it was actually a hell of a lot better than it was in Jedi Fallen Order. Jedi Fallen Order, some of it just got really buggy and frustrating. And I felt like there were a lot of more, like, I don't know, quality of life updates in it this go around, but... Am I still hitting it? Yes, please. Can I get the health back? Great. I played a bunch of Survivor and was really enjoying it. Bugs and all goes and all, but then Tears of the Kingdom. Well, that's also another thing. It came out, I think, if it had come out when Tears of the Kingdom wasn't so close by, I may have been like more tempted to give it a bit more of a go. But I felt like I was just being not fun to watch playing it, you know. And there were small things that were just frustrating me that maybe honestly really shouldn't be, but... Get him, boy. How am I supposed to dodge this?
Not this time. Not this time.
Oh no.
You know what to do.
Okay, good stuff. The map still seems bad. Some additions help, but the negative navigation helper thing is often just wrong. I have very little interest in Final Fantasy games, generally not my thing. Okay, but wait, that's what I was thinking. That's what I was like, Final Fantasy, just not my cup of tea. But I'm telling you, well, I don't know. You've probably already seen a lot of gameplay of it, so this isn't anything new. I am so genuinely, pleasantly surprised, like really surprised at how much I'm loving it. But again, you've probably seen a fair bit of it by this, like a fair bit of playthroughs of it by this point to kind of have a good sense of what it is. Ay, ay, ay. Please tell me I'm hitting it. I need the health back. Okay, it's not really that much health that you get back, but it's something. I feel like we're so close, and yet... No, no, no. Like, how am I supposed to avoid this? They're just standing there. There we go, thank God. Flaming for me is every time I order my iced coffee. Genius. Jedi Survivor encounter design is terrible. Yeah. But it has the like the foundation is there for it to be good. You know what I mean? It's not just like such a helpless game. I think that's what kept on annoying me so much about it. I was like,
Are you all right?
You could be doing well, and yet you're not.
The inner sanctum lies just beyond. Chances are the palace guard knows we're here. We should move.
Sorry, my contacts are
Not that
moving.
any sane commander would send his men into a place awash with this much ether.
Maybe Sid is older than we realise.
If this all works and the blessing fades, things are likely to get worse for our kind before they get better. Being the last to wield ether will make our talents that much more sought after, by which I mean hunted. I just hope in the end they'll see that we didn't have any other choice, that it was the only way to
It
get us
looks
to a better
so good. I like how he's got discoloration in his
Here
skin.
I was
you know.
thinking I was the uncertain one. Luckily, 2 out of 3 of us have faith in you.
Bless.
Then it all starts here. Time to earn that menacing title. Sid the Vicious, was it?
That's intentional. Surely that's a Sid Vicious. That's Sid Vicious is a that's a real. I'm thinking that right, correct? That has to be a reference to that. No. Survivor still has some weird bugs and has sorted almost sorted other issues for me, but it runs much smoother 90% of time for me at least. I think that's from what that seems to be the consensus from what I've heard, just like in passing of other people talking about the game. And again, it just makes me so annoyed because if they had just waited, then what's it been, like 2 months since the game's come out? Think of how much different reception would be, you know. And yet, you know that they didn't.
Not me.
We're with you to the end, Sid.
Then what are we waiting for?
You know they didn't rush the game release because they thought it'd be like a silly, goofy time. Like, you know they obviously did it because they had to do it, and yeah, it's just the whole thing is just such a maddening, like, situation to have to find themselves in. You know, feels wrong. That's it. It should be really easy to make it a great game, which makes continuous small annoyances that much worse. That to a T, that is the exact, like, problems, issues, like mental battle I was having with myself the whole time. It's that it's a bunch of really consistent, continuous, small issues that for me kept on compounding, and I was just getting like more and more fucking like mad about it, you know.